You have to draw a line in the sand. You have to build some boundaries.
Maybe I'm not the right one for it.
I'm to a point where I don't want to try anymore.
You are hurting yourself. This is something we see regularly.
What is someone in your life fighting for? And how can you be there for them? Joe, we have one final question that we're going to cover. And again, it's one of those, can be a bit vague, but the question is, how can you trust again after an affair has happened?
Trust is something that is developed. It doesn't just automatically happen. I guess it does automatically happen if you're a baby in arms. You trust that person is holding you not to let you fall, but then notice that as soon as that baby attaches to mom and dad, then he or she doesn't automatically trust other people. You hand that baby to somebody else and often they panic. Trust is developed. Now when trust has been violated, it has to be redeveloped. You say, well, what makes trust happen? How do you develop it? What do you do? Trust is the belief that you're not going to hurt me. That's basically what it is. Not only that you will not hurt me, but that you will be there for me. That you will actually be there when I need you to be. You're not going to abandon me. You're not going to do something to hurt me in any shape, fashion, or form. That's when I trust you. It's when I believe those things. Okay, so it asks you about an affair, is that correct? Mm-hmm. So an affair obviously hurt you. That means that trust has been violated. Can it be rebuilt? Yes. The first thing that has to happen, in my estimation, if you're really going to rebuild trust, is to tell the other person genuinely and honestly that you're sorry that you hurt him or her. I am truly sorry that I did that. And if it fits within your belief system, because it definitely does in mine, not only am I so sorry I hurt you, I'm asking if you can find it in your heart, would you please forgive me? Because there needs to be a formal acknowledgement of what you did. If you don't acknowledge what you did, it's very difficult to trust you again, because it's like, not only did you hurt me, you won't even admit that you hurt me. And if you won't admit that you hurt me, how can I trust you? Because I know you're lying because you did hurt me. So you admit what you did. You don't have to beat yourself up. You don't have to crawl on broken glass, but you do need to look the person in the eye and say, I did it. And I'm sorry I did it. And I'm sorry I hurt you. And to ask, will you forgive me? Which is also part of the process, because if the other person, the one who's been hurt, doesn't grant that forgiveness, then the one who hopes to redevelop trust doesn't know whether it's going to work or not. It's like, no matter how hard I try at this, if you won't forgive me, if you're never going to get past it, they'll try for a while, but if they still feel that you look down on them, or you're still angry with them, or you're still distant from them, they'll try hard for a while, but at some point it'll be like, I give up. I can't break through that barrier of yours. And so the person that's done the thing, admit it, ask for forgiveness. The person that's been hurt, if you really want to redevelop trust, you grant the forgiveness. You say, but I don't know if he'll hurt me or she'll hurt me again in the future. That's right. You're not forgiving the future. You're forgiving the past. I'll forgive you for what you did. Then you set about some boundaries and criteria where that each of you can feel safe, particularly the person that was hurt. And so if your wife had an affair, for example, and now she's trying to put the marriage back together and she needs to rebuild the trust of the husband, it will be, tell you what I'm going to do. For the next 12 months, anytime you want to pick up my cell phone and see any of my text messages you can, I won't delete any of them. They'll all be there and you can look at them. Or maybe even, if she offers this, I'll turn the GPS on my cell phone so you can always see where I am. In other words, you do 2 or 3 things, not 30. Please understand me. If you do too much of this, the other person won't feel trusted anyway. They'll feel like you put them under your thumb and they're in jail. But 2 or 3 things that you do so the other person can begin to develop the trust again, because it's like, I feel safe if I can look at your cell phone. I feel safe if I know where you are. Sometimes we see it this way. Maybe she had the affair with a guy at work, and the husband says, I just won't feel safe if you go back to work. And so she says, okay, I'll resign that position, I'll find another. You might be saying, wow, isn't that pretty drastic? Yeah, it is, but so is an affair. And we say, you do whatever it takes so the other person can see that you will help them be safe. And maybe for up to a year, live under glass where everything is seen for a while. You can't live like that forever, but for long enough that the other person can start seeing Okay, you really are living up to your word. I can trust you. And one final part, open and honest conversation with each other. Not only about what you do, which is really important, but about what you feel. Because those open and honest conversations develop trust as faster than anything. Because I know what's really happening inside your head and inside your heart.
That's good. We had a lot of questions come in that we couldn't get to today, but here's what I want to encourage you to do. First of all, if you're wondering, hey, you've talked a lot about coaching workshops, you say you're real people. If you have questions and you're wondering if your situation would be a good fit for how we do things and what we offer here at Marriage Helper, then please do give us a call.
Yes.
We do have a whole team of people, our client relations team, who will speak with you, who will listen to your situation, who will give you some free resources that we have, whether it's an article, a podcast, an ebook, whatever that might fit your situation. And they'll also tell you how coaching or the workshop, if those are things you're interested in, could be able to help. So don't feel like you have to wait until next Monday at noon to ask that question again. You can also talk to our team. They have been well trained. They're not going to have the extensive amount of knowledge that Dr. Joe has, of course, but they're really good and they'll be able to help you out with that. We would love for you to subscribe so that you can see all of the videos that we add throughout the week, so that you can get the reminders next week when we're going live again, and to follow us on YouTube, to go to our podcast, subscribe to that, to go to marriagehelper.com and look through our articles. We offer a ton of resources for you because we want to help you. Our mission at Marriage Helper is to save marriages and to strengthen families.
And if I may ask a favor, tell your friends to subscribe to this so that we can talk to that many more people every Monday when we do this live, as well as the other things we put on YouTube. You can help us spread the word. If you think what we're doing and what we're talking about is helpful, post it on your Facebook page, if you will. Go subscribe to this thing free. I recommend it. In other words, you recommend it, not me, you. Do it on your Facebook page. Tell the people at your church if you go to church, people at work. Help us spread the word because we really do want to help a lot of people. And you can make that happen if you will. And we're asking if you will. Would you please do that?
Absolutely. And we want to hear your questions. You can send them to live@marriagehelper.com. That's LIVE at marriagehelper.com, and we'll be able to select the ones that we're going to use for the next week's program. And if you have a testimony where your marriage has been saved or made better, or something awesome has happened in your life because of the workshop, because of the show that we do, whatever it might be, we want to celebrate that with you, and you'll get some free stuff too. So we look forward to that. I might be more excited about the shirts than the people who get them, but that's okay. I love it. Well, thank you, Dr. Joe. We're going to see you again next week. Have a great week. We're here for you however you need us, and we'll see you next Monday.